The moment the chairman tapped his gavel for silence, the smirk vanished from the CEO's face. His lead counsel froze, pen hovering over a legal pad. The chairman scanned the first page, then slowly removed his glasses. His voice, when he spoke, was ice. All exits are secured. Immediately. That's when compliance officers entered the boardroom. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I returned from the Singapore acquisition to an empty penthouse. No lights. No note. Just the hum of the Sub-Zero fridge. Her vanity was stripped bare, like a crime scene cleaned in haste. Only a faint outline in the dust marked where her perfume tray used to sit. 3 days later, she served me the papers over breakfast. "I need space," she said, stirring her coffee, not meeting my eyes. Things have changed. He understands ambition. No tremor. No regret. Just the crisp slide of the folder across the marble, like closing a business deal. I'd built this empire from a garage. Missed anniversaries. Missed school plays. Fired friends who couldn't keep pace. But holding those divorce papers, I felt numb. Hello. Not yet. The settlement talks were brutal. She moved with precision. She moved with precision. She moved with precision. Like a hostile takeover. She wanted the penthouse. Full ownership of the summer estate. Half the company's stock. Alimony that would cripple operations. "He's never emotionally present," her lawyer purred. "A ghost in his own life." They painted me as a machine, unfit for anything but the deal. I didn't flinch. Didn't raise my voice. I sat, calm, while the acid fury pooled in my gut. They mistook control for capitulation. The truth started with a misplaced tablet. Left charging in the home office. Unlocked. Chance. Or arrogance. Emails. Texts. Schematics. Him. My CFO. In my study, discussing my company. One chain seared itself into my mind. Once he signs the settlement transferring the voting shares to you, we trigger the merger. His legacy gets absorbed. He'll be left with paper. I read it twice. Then placed the tablet back exactly as it was, like defusing a bomb. That night, I slept in the guest wing. She didn't comment. Or care. That's when I knew. It wasn't just divorce. It was liquidation. My vengeance wasn't born of rage. It was forensic. I started compiling. Silently. Every email, every financial anomaly, every deleted server log. I reached out to an old friend, a forensic accountant, ex-Marine. Asked about fiduciary duty breaches, securities fraud, embezzlement statutes. Then I made another call. The SEC. The Securities and Exchange Commission. Turns out the man whispering in her ear wasn't just her lover. He was cooking the books. Diverting funds. Insider trading using her future shares as collateral. Fraud at this level isn't just illegal. It's prison time. It's prison time. It's the kind of scandal that buries careers and companies. I gave the SEC the access keys. The hidden server paths. The encrypted chat logs. Dates. Transfers. Then I waited. At the final settlement hearing, she wore pearls, like armor. Her lawyer was slick, dismissive, rehearsed. They spun tales of my neglect, my obsession with work leaving her adrift. He values spreadsheets over human connection, the lawyer declared. I remained silent. The chairman of the arbitration panel finally turned to me. "Mr. Vance, any final statement before we deliberate?" I stood, walked to the heavy table, and placed a slim, unmarked USB drive before the chairman. "This may provide necessary context for the panel's decision, sir." He plugged it in. Scrolled. His head snapped up, eyes locking onto mine. He kept reading. His knuckles whitened on the gavel. His voice cracked like a whip. "Security. Seal the room. Now." Compliance officers materialized at the doors. The SEC had synchronized their raid perfectly. My CFO, her partner, was outside, preening for the cameras, ready to celebrate their victory. He never made it past the lobby. They took him in cuffs. Her lawyer's face went gray. We had no knowledge. You pursued dissolution and asset transfer based on materially false representations, the chairman stated, his gaze sweeping over her. "This proceeding is tainted." He looked at me, seeing something beyond the suit. "Petitioner's claims are dismissed in their entirety. All assets remain with the respondent. Referral for criminal investigation is immediate." Her lawyer stammered, distancing himself. She didn't make a sound, just stared at the polished table, seeing her reflection shatter. I didn't smirk. Didn't need to. Months passed. The CFO was indicted. The company stock, after a brief plunge, soared on the news of the cleaned house. She moved to a rented condo, her name toxic in the circles she craved. No settlement. No shares. Just the echo of her own ambition. I didn't change my number. She never called. After the third unreturned voicemail pleading for just enough to start over, she stopped. My son asked me once, after she canceled visitation again, if she was okay. I said, sometimes, when you build your life on sand, the tide coming in isn't gentle. I still have that USB drive. It's wiped clean now. But that moment, the blood draining from her face, the gavel's final crack, the silent implosion of every scheme they spun, that moment's full. Full of balance restored. Full of quiet vindication. Full of the stillness that comes after the storm has passed. I didn't save my company. I reclaimed it.